Well, it's Tuesday night. I'm very impressed. That's it. I'm here with Kareem. How's it going?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. How's it going with you?
Not bad. Did I say it right?
Yeah,
Kareem?
yeah, yeah. Kareem,
For
Kareem, yeah.
sure.
Not Karim,
Not
Kareem.
Kareem. Don't call him Kareem. All right. Shit. Can we just get down to, I guess, uncover what you just kind of did here? Because I was surprised. Okay. Disclaimer. Full disclaimer. All
Yes,
right.
please tell them this part. I think this is gonna be the best part right here.
I thought Amapiano was head ass. I thought it was super head ass. I don't know why, but you played like a lot of heat, and a lot of heat that was just like it blended into other heat and
Yeah.
made it super hot. And
Yeah.
thank you. So
Okay.
just kind of can you break down some of the tracks in your set list, how you kind of came about it?
Yeah, man. So first of all, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, and checking me out in my spot. But I mean, to be totally honest with you, it just really come from my exposure of my piano over the years. Shout out Selection. Definitely got to pay homage to where I first heard it. If I'm gonna be honest with you, and then the sounds just get deeper and deeper. So the first track that I opened up with, Jules and Sango, and Gile Nefe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Don't hold me to it. But that cut was introduced to me. I want to say it was back in like 2019. I want to say off the Fufu and Grist joint by way of Selection, of course. Um, the next couple of joints after that, just artists by the name of Sunday. Again, shout out Selection, like put me onto all the deep cuts. And then I threw in some edits in there as well. European '05. So yeah, I mean, to be totally honest with you, I don't know what I did. I just queued up the heat in the library. It's gonna take for me to go through the track list and really, try to see. But yeah, I did some piano, some house, some Afro house, Sigvo. I discovered Sigvo back in like 2021, like right when I launched Refresh Radio. I started getting into like the deep Afro house sounds and whatnot, and
Right.
so yeah.
So how often are you just kind of like winging it when you're playing like live?
When I'm playing live,
Yeah.
like here or like
Well, I
anywhere?
mean, just anywhere. Like, do you find yourself curating sets like weeks or days beforehand, or do you just kind of get up there and?
I'm gonna let you in on something. So a lot of times it's just me like stockpiling on music, and I just dig through the library and just like what you see me doing on the spot is like kind of what's happening. I used to take out the time and curate sets and whatnot, but because I find so much music, I'm just like, okay, like I have some of this, I have some of that. I know I can blend it into this. Like that's why you hear me incorporate, different genres in the mix,
Right.
because like eventually it'll all come together. So like I'll go from a 115 BPM, I'll go to like 120, 124, and I ended it in like the 130s. So like I'm a rhythm junkie, so if rhythmically, if it makes sense,
Right.
it's just gonna go.
For sure. I guess on the topic of like the foundations of music, like what were some of yours? Like, how'd you get your start?
So I started on woodwind instruments, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So playing the clarinet,
Yeah.
playing saxophone, rhythm was introduced to me that way. Growing up in Detroit, I've been exposed to a lot of music, gospel, house, techno, jazz, R&B, Motown, it's Detroit all day. So, that's been around since pretty much day one.
Right.
But I really didn't start getting my hands on DJing for real until like 2019. So 2019, I started collecting vinyl, and then after that, I graduated to like the electronic setup and whatnot, and really just took it from there. And so being exposed to all the world sounds and dumping house and everything all into it, it just all came together eventually. But that's essentially how I started playing in the bands growing up. I played in all the bands in high school: jazz band, marching band, classic. Or is that what it's called? Classic band? What is it called? Not classic band.
Orchestra?
Symphonic band. Yeah, symphonic
okay.
band. There
Yeah,
we go.
okay.
A symphonic band. Played all the Bach, Mozart, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's dope.
A lot of people don't even know that, so this is an exclusive right
Yeah,
here.
super exclusive.
Yeah, a
I
lot
bet
of people
you
don't
didn't
know
know
that.
that. I bet you didn't know he's fi. I bet you didn't know I'm a hater. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, damn. So, how often do you find yourself like, I guess like tapping into, because I know obviously once you learn music theory and how rhythm works and things like that, you take it with you, but are there any extra steps from band that you take into your kind of DJing? Any
Um,
production, any sort of...
well, production here and there. I want to get more into production, so like, I think for me, when it comes to production, it's really just going to take a matter of like sitting down with someone. I'm the type of creative where like, yes, get a bunch of us in a room, let's bounce ideas off of each other.
Right.
Like a lot of the things you saw me do today, like I learned recently just from watching other DJs and just paying close attention to like, okay, they're using the Q button. Okay, they're gonna, EQ out. So a lot of times it's
Right.
just listening and whatnot. And just really just watching. So, um, yeah, getting together with someone to kind of touch on the production aspect of things, will definitely like make that happen. But to answer your question,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much self taught,
Yeah.
with this. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, like I give a lot of credit to like the DJs who are really tapped in, whatnot, and I take all the time and really just listen to them and listen to how they do stuff, and then
Right.
um, like the foundations that I brought over to this and incorporated, just like counting. Like literally, when I'm up here doing my thing, whatever, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or counting
Yeah.
halftime 1, 2, 2, 2.
Whoa.
So like that was an essential that pretty much carried over into DJing, and it goes right back into music production as well. So
Wow, that's
yeah.
solid. When you were, because you said you started out kind of collecting vinyl, were you playing vinyl live, or was it just like playing records in the
No,
bedroom,
no,
house?
it was just playing records in my basement. So
Okay.
back at my crib back in Detroit, when I was still living at home with my folks, I used to hit the record stores up. Like I would get off work during the week if I could go to the record store like before they close, and I would cop the 45s. Like I got a nice little stack of 45s over there. The little, for those who don't know, 45s is like the little small little EPs, right?
Right.
And then you have your what is it, the 33s,
Mm-hmm.
32s, something like
Something
that.
like
I
that.
forget what it's called. But then you have the LPs and whatnot, the big 12 inches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I never really played my vinyl like live and whatnot. I kind of just stockpiled over the years. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
over 100 plus records over there.
Oh.
Yep. Like I used to spend hours in the record stores. Like I would get off work on Saturday, and I would go to the record stores with cash in hand, ready to spend like $100. So each time I went up thinking like, okay, like I think I'm gonna be done. This may get me there.
Yeah.
They'll go like, oh, okay, so we'll give you this stack. If you're paying in cash, or regular price is 20, but if you're paying in cash, we give it to you for 15. Oh, okay, well hold that. Let me go get some more.
Yeah.
So easily my record store trips would turn into like hours. So yep. Yep, but don't let me
Wow.
find the 94-cent stack. Let
Yeah.
me find the 94-cent stack, it's a wrap.
Wow.
But yeah, but no, collecting vinyl has just kind of just been like, a little, just a little, just a little thing that I like to do. It brings in the authenticity of things for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's your vinyl selection process? I know like a lot of stores will let you listen to it, but are you a
Yeah.
cover guide? Or are you just gonna look at the
Cover.
cover and
Sometimes it be
figure it out?
covers, yeah. So like, and now sometimes I will like pull my phone out and go through my playlists, to see, because like a lot of people like to say I have an old soul. It's a lot of this is another thing a lot of people don't know about me, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm tapped in like to like the old school. So like, yeah, I got some GQ over there, some Rolls Royce over there,
Wow.
Earth, Wind and Fire, Marvin Gaye. Like I have
Yeah.
all that over there. So, but yeah, looking at covers sometimes, I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna vibe with this, and I haven't been disappointed. Like my first couple times I went to the record store, I picked up records from artists I've never heard of.
Mm.
So yeah, but like I said, I will go on my phone and kind of look up something. I hope that clicking noise isn't picking up in this.
If it no, it shouldn't be.
Okay, I forgot about
This
that.
video is sponsored by DJI. I'm just kidding. It's not. But they make
Oh.
great products and we use them all the time and we don't hear any clicking, so you guys are doing something right. Sponsor us or not. Doesn't matter. So you weren't playing vinyl out live. When was your first live performance? Do you remember that? Can you walk us
My
through it?
first live performance, so it was actually like a family gathering. It was during COVID. It was peak COVID. It was middle 2020. What was the first thing I did? My auntie, she had got married and wanted me to do her reception.
Ah.
So like I was like situated on top of like a a little roof situation or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was like my first like
Mm.
gig, in the backyard, peak COVID back in Detroit.
Mm.
Um, and then like, but like my first live setup, like, in a, I guess, like a space venue, this cafe back in Detroit. I used to pull up there on Saturdays, and like,
Mm-hmm.
this is when I was first DJing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was really doing anything for real.
Right.
But a lot of people was vibing when I was playing. Like, that was back when I was like really into edits and playing edits very heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Desert Oasis, back in Detroit.
For sure.
Check them out if you want to see.
Shout out to Desert Oasis.
Yeah.
So how does that work? I mean, you're in like the mecca of not only music but culture, history,
Mm-hmm.
techno. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot to be said about Detroit that often gets overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you kind of navigate becoming a DJ? Did you find it was oversaturated? Did you find that it was intimidating?
To be totally honest with you, I never really had the experience of like how I have here, like coming up as a DJ.
Yeah.
So I really didn't start DJing, like deep dive DJing, until like 2020,
Okay.
and then I moved here in 2021.
Okay.
So like new to the craft, new to a city, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then even at the time, like a lot of the DJing you see there now, like Afrobeat is recognized, and my piano is recognized. House has always been there, but now you have your different variations of house. Like, I think a lot of up and coming DJs who've, just been, I don't want to say off to the sides, but like just been doing their own thing or whatnot. Like now they're getting their time to shine, because now Detroit is more than house, it's more than techno. And don't get me wrong, like that's what it is,
Right.
and like I love that, but like you have more sounds getting recognized, and
Right.
more sounds getting showcased. So um yeah, I really didn't have the experience of really like coming up and contributing to the
Okay.
movement up there like that.
That makes sense.
But I mean, I would love to,
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
like all of the sounds that I've been exposed to over the years and that I've like been pushing out. I would love to take it back home, not once, not twice, but pretty often, and leave my mark, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. That's interesting.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I moved here with it, and like I'm still like trying to make strides and whatnot. So imagine moving to a new city, new to a
Yeah.
craft, a new face, and a new space.
That's
Yeah, I got an interview coming up with Voyage ATL where I kind of talk
Yeah.
about that. So like, yeah, I kind of shed a little light on that too. So, but yeah, yeah. So I
Wow.
mean, it's beauty in the struggle. I know a lot of people say that, but like it really is, because in the midst of me, like navigating and meeting people and trying to make my way and whatnot to become more familiar, like a familiar face, like. I've met so many dope DJs, and like I've heard so many different sounds or just so many different ways like people do it. But yeah, got a
Wow.
little passionate there, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's what we need. I mean, I feel like in a lot of ways, moving from one pretty much music hub to
Yep.
another, it's
Yes.
like
Yes,
you
man.
need to stand out some
Yes.
kind of way.
You
So,
have to. You have to.
wow, that's crazy. So, like, what do you, I guess, without saying too much, like, what are your kind of plans or goals or benchmarks in terms of where you want to take music? You mentioned a few organizations that you're a part of that you started. Can you dive into that?
Organizations like my own things that I've done. Yeah, so Refresh Radio. I started Refresh Radio back in 2021. So that's one thing that I'll definitely want to keep going and keep moving with. Like I want that to reach as far as it can go. I believe there's no limits to anything that you do. As long as you have good stewardship over what it is that you're, what you're tapped into, and you're intentional about it, it can go as far as you know you you take it.
Right.
You know. But as far as music goes, like as a whole, with DJing and even producing eventually, like I'm trying to feed generations, with this. If I'm being real, I want to have fun while I do it. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
like you definitely want to, definitely want to be able to, make this be like, how I'm sustaining, and I want to go around the world with it too. Like I recently tell people, like I just got my passport. I ain't got that little $100 and something booklet for nothing. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna get put to use. Yeah,
Nice.
maybe for a vacation, but like I'm trying to go somewhere and play music for sure. So yeah, I want to just go wherever the music takes me, man. Yeah, wherever the music takes me.
Do you have any like I guess like favorite destinations or like places you really want to go first?
So places I really want to go first. Now this is a tough one because I am indecisive when it comes to. So I've never left the country before. Like a lot of people don't know this either, but growing up in Detroit, you can literally cross a bridge over some water and be in Canada.
Yeah.
I've never done that either.
Uh-huh.
I know, crazy, but dang, that's a really good question. See, now you got me stuck real quick. Jamaica is on the top.
Oh, for sure.
I want to visit Jamaica.
Absolutely.
I want to go to Mexico. I want to visit Colombia as well. A European country. A European country. I feel like I want to visit Germany.
Wow.
I want to visit Germany. Yeah, I just want to go over there and like play house, like just my deep house, cause I just want to go to Germany, play house. The UK.
Wow.
I want to go to the UK.
Yeah.
Yes, the UK.
Shout out
In
UK.
Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to hit Tokyo one of these days too.
Nice.
I would put the UK over Germany if I'm being honest. So yeah, and then Tokyo for sure.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What would you, let's say, like, if you had to, out of that whole list, let's say that was like a world tour of yours, what would be like on your, like, your rider or like your itinerary
My
for like
itinerary.
what you need as a traveling DJ?
What do I need? Like my list of cities I would hit.
Well, no, like what would you need in like your green room, like your backstage
Oh,
area?
that's a good question.
Like, how
To
would
be
you
honest with you,
accommodated?
man, I'm simple. Like some waters, some chips or some Ruffles, preferably. Got to have the cheddar sour cream Ruffles. Those who know, those is like my favorite snack. Can't do too many of those, but definitely the cheddar sour cream Ruffles.
Those are good.
Did I say waters already?
Yeah, you said
I did say
They're
waters.
also, I mean, pretty standard. I was hoping you to say something more. They're gonna give you water regardless. I think.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I don't normally drink, but if I do drink, I'll have like some champagne. So definitely need a couple bottles of Moet and Chandon back there. Gotta have the Moet and Chandon on deck.
We're
It's
getting
one
to
of
the.
that's one of my favorite champagnes.
Yep.
If you see me drinking champagne, well, if I'm not out anywhere else, more than likely it's a glass of Moet and Chandon if they have it. That's the best champagne.
Let
I don't
'em
know if you
know.
ever had it.
No.
No? Oh man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Moet and Chandon. What else? Let's see. If I'm hungry and I want some food, gotta have some chicken wings back there. Gotta have some chicken wings. Gotta have the chicken wings in the back. Can't get too full though, cause you got a DJ.
Yeah, you can't be.
Got a
sleepy.
DJ.
Where did you say you ordered the ones? He catered, by the way. Shout out when this comes out. Come
Hey,
on.
yeah.
The fuck. Come on. And pizzas. So step it up. Anyway, kidding.
I ain't tell him to say none of that.
I said it. I'm standing on it. Where'd you get these wings?
So it's this joint down the street from me called Sunny Wings. Yeah, they always come through. It was ready pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I placed the order. It's literally sitting in a parking lot, and I walked
They were
in like
good.
5 minutes later. Like, yeah, I just placed that order. He was like, okay, it's almost ready. I only stood in there for 2 minutes. I was like, oh,
Wow.
yeah, Sunny Wings, and then Jets Pizza. Gotta have the Jets. I just found out that Jets was down here last year.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
was so geeked. I thought I moved away from Detroit and never would get Jets again unless I was back in Detroit. They're everywhere down here. I didn't know that. So yeah, yep.
Shout out Jet. Sponsor
Yeah.
us. Shit. No, I mean, but it sounds like you're acclimating really well. You like drinking champagne.
man.
You like eating wings. Like you're really like from Atlanta for real. Like,
Hey,
it's
hold on. I do 85 on 285 too.
Wow.
Yep.
See?
Yep. I ain't gonna tell y'all what type of car it is though,
Yeah.
but just know I'm keeping up. Why somebody
Keeping
gonna still
up.
say that still ain't fast enough?
Yeah, it really. These kids, they swear they want to die on the fast lane. They're just it's reckless.
Yeah,
it's reckless.
it's crazy.
Slow
it's
it
crazy.
down.
Yep, I've definitely become acclimated though. I'm grateful though. It's definitely something. A lot of people always say like, how do you do it? Like, man, I just take one day at a time.
Yeah.
Each time I wake up, definitely got to give God his glory, man, because it's only because of Him, right? So I get to wake up the next day and just continue to do what I'm doing and push to do better than what I did the day before. So yeah, man, it's definitely been beautiful. The different scenes that's down here, and in a lot of ways, I sometimes I feel like I'm back in Detroit.
Mm.
Like East Atlanta Village, I'm in East Atlanta Village all the time. It literally reminds me of Midtown back in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very like, you know, all the creatives is around. It's a very like, you know, it draws a lot of people and it's artsy as some people would say.
Right.
East Atlanta Village and Little Five Points as well reminds me of Detroit, Midtown. I don't know why, it just does. So a lot of places like I'm familiar with and I feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
This is my home.
That's
So
dope.
yeah. Not moving back to Detroit no time soon.
Right.
No diss to, you know, where I'm from. Love my home, but this is home too.
I
So
feel that.
this is where we at.
And I guess to touch on like the music aspect, like
Yeah.
where have you kind of been popping out since you've been here? What are some of the places you frequent? Some of the people you met?
Oh man. Okay, so let's start from the top. So the first event I pulled up to, shout out to the homie Rick for you know, inviting us out. This is a fun night, man. This was back in July of 2021. My first night out. My first time getting in the crib at like 3 in the morning. Like I really thought I was doing something.
Yeah.
But I had pulled up to Aisle 5, Little 5 Points. And the Player 99 crew was they had the Theory, that's their event series that happens like monthly. I think they got one coming up on the 15th. But Thrice Grew, Cleotrapa, Champagne Trap, and then there were two other guys on that day too. The Allure and what was his name? The Wise. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, but yep. So that was the first event I pulled up to. But I've often pulled up on the Player 99 crew. They have two events that I've been to. Well, with all of them, but FPO for players only. It's like the R&B event. Theory. There was another event that they used to curate called I think it was Fabric. So it's like a house event and whatnot. So there was that. Bamba Tuesday. Shout out DJ Cash. Bamba Tuesday right upstairs at Rocksteady.
Okay.
If y'all haven't been there, definitely check that out on a Tuesday. Everybody be up there. Everybody be up there, man. I think the night I went up there, my first night up there, Trinidad James was just chilling at the bar. Now, mind you, I don't get starstruck.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real. I don't get starstruck. Like I see people, I be like, oh, they chilling here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. You know,
Right.
what's up if I can speak to them or whatever. But they just chilling, right? But Trinidad James was just chilling at the bar, so I go upstairs, vibe out for the night. I leave. I get on IG later, and see that Tiffany Haddish had pulled up.
Wow.
Yeah, like Tiffany Haddish had, and this wasn't the night of Bamba Tuesdays. My bad. This was something else that was going on where, what was it called? Global Entry. That used to happen upstairs at Rocksteady too.
Okay.
That used to be with Thrice Groove, Da Vinci the Great, and like they would have other DJs on. I think it was last year or the year before last. They brought up Jules, the producer. That first song I opened up with was produced by him. Yeah, he's a Grammy nominated producer, and DJ. Yeah, he pulled up back in 2022. That was such a fun night too, man. What else? Flip Me Off, curated by DJ Brixler. I have the opportunity of actually DJing that event. Smothered and Covered. I've spent there once, and I'm gonna be up there next week or 2 weeks from now, June 21st. I'll be up there. Smothered and Covered. I've been to countless events of the Masquerade. Yeah, Mood to Move is definitely a dope event. They shed light on the house vibe here, so for sure.
Wow.
Where else have I been? Palo Santo.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I love Palo Santo. Palo Santo
Sexy
is chill.
vibes.
Yes,
Love
man.
it.
Yeah,
Sponsor
yeah.
us.
Palo Santo is mad chill. I love Palo Santo. I think that's it, man. I really think that's it. It's probably more. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Coca-Cola Roxy.
Okay.
I've been there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been making my way around Southern Feed Store basement. You know, that's where Smothered and Covered is. I think you originally asked me what events have I gone to. Was that the question?
You literally answered everything. I
Oh,
was
okay.
basically trying to get you to explain like your whole journey of like where you've been
Oh,
popping
yeah,
out, and
yeah,
you have a
yeah.
phenomenal fucking memory. Like I was literally taken on a journey. I was like, so he went here, Like I'm imagining everywhere. Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's where it started at though, back in Little 5 Points, and I'm always in Little 5 Points. So yeah, I love Little 5 Points. Yeah.
Are you gearing up for like a residency anywhere? Where would you
I
want?
would love to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm gearing up for one, but that's why I'm, actively finding music and, keeping the crates loaded because, you just never know.
You never know.
Yep, you never know. Full moment of transparency here. One thing I think I can definitely get better with is like being more present and, making myself more, noticeable. That's another thing that I'm learning through as I journey and, try to, get gigs or, just
Yeah.
build relationships and whatnot.
The stage presence.
Yeah, so just, again, like keep my presence familiar, I guess you could say. Yeah.
And I bet that's a tricky thing. I mean, I'm not really like in a DJ per se myself, but like having that balance between like being marketable but also keeping it about the vibe and the music because you're really working for a group of people that you want to kind of serve, and so like the balance between wanting to be known but wanting the music to speak for itself.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
tough.
Yeah, so that's definitely a struggle too. And to be totally honest with you, like now where I'm at with it now is just like, like the sounds that I play, like I wanted to represent me, but I also wanted to like, relate to the people. So I want, the words, like, well, you go hear Kareem DJ, you're gonna go on the sound journey. It may not sound like you on, Cascade or, you know what I'm saying? It probably won't be like that. Like
Right.
that's why like if you really take out the time to listen to my mixes, like you're not really gonna hear a lot of what you may hear on the radio.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear like you're gonna hear like rhythms.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So to your point though, like yeah, sometimes you kind of have to find that balance, and kind of, but that's why it's really important to like I don't want to say know the right circle, but like diversify your network.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why it's very important to do that, to diversify your network. Absolutely.
Wow. Holy shit. That was insightful. I think we did we cover everything? I don't know. Did we? I'm the guy running the interview. I don't know if we covered everything. Like I don't know. I mean, you're pretty easy to talk to. You're articulate. You
I
got good
try, man.
tunes. Pick a color, any color.
Oh, we're gonna go with blue. That's my favorite color. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
What?
gonna go with the blue.
What about it? Oh, did we wipe off the key? Shit.
Go with the blue.
Yeah, we're gonna wipe off the key because everybody gets their own key in a way. We're gonna have you sign it. We just gotta wipe it off.
Oh,
'cause
okay,
it's the
bet,
last-
bet,
yeah, we
bet.
can wipe it off. But what's your biggest flex?
My biggest flex.
Yeah. Besides the piano, because that shit was crazy. That was a crazy ass flex. But anyway.
My biggest flex. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the best way I
Let
can
'em
put
know.
it, man. Yeah, man.
Let them know.
By the grace of God, I'm here and I'm able to do what I love. It may not be full time, but
Yeah.
I'm able to do it.
For sure.
It's a lot of people in situations, man, that can't, move freely or, do things, right? So, being able to, wake up and, have a breath of fresh air in my body, man, being clothed in my right mind and above all things, good health. It's just another day to, do better than what I did the day before, man. So yeah, blessed and highly favored. A lot of people can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can, but they just don't know.
They just don't know it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deep.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you segue out of that? I don't know. Usually, when people say that, the segue is like y'all go to like the fellowship hall, and then y'all.
This guy.
That's
got
the only way to.
fellowship hall.
That's the only way to segue.
We're gonna
out of
go
something
ahead
like
and
that.
wrap up the services for
Yeah.
today. We got dinner at the fellowship hall. We got
Oh
dinner
my
at the fellowship
goodness.
hall. Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
What? Thanks. Why is it wet?
You just wiped it off. It's dry.
I don't know. It's wet as fuck. What?
I
You
can-
could have just taken a dry paper towel.
I got something to dry that off with if you need to dry it some more.
I would just use one of these.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
so
It may
wet.
kind of, it may crumb up a little bit with that. Oh, okay, that's cool.
wiped it off.
Oh, I mean, you wiped it off. You
No.
wet it up too.
I wiped it up, but I did also wipe it off.
You did also wipe it off. Wow.
Where's those booze when you need them, dude? Wipe me down.
Yeah, wipe me down. Shout out Lil Boosie, sponsor us.
All right, cool. Where I signed that just across the thing
Oh yeah,
here.
it's huge.
Huge. Oh,
Huge.
man. We ain't practiced this. It's gonna be
Oh,
on the
yeah,
spot.
Hey, it's good practice.
I better not laugh at my handwriting.
Oh no, we're not.
Let me see. I'm gonna do this. Think, man. Think. This not even gonna be like a signature. It's just.
Yeah, you can do whatever you
All
want.
right, let me see how we can.
We haven't had anybody like draw on this thing. Just like do like
Really?
a. Well, I mean, technically, but like nobody's just like forgoed the signature and just did like a cat or like a whole mural on it. But hey,
Oh, it has to be like all the way across.
it is. You can do whatever you want. We're just talking shit. Shit talkers. We're just shit talkers. I mean, honestly, wow, that's good.
There you
I
go.
like that. Not bad. Good
Yeah,
move.
that's how we do that there, just like that. Oh, I got my mic. That's
Awesome.
how we do that there, just like that. Is that in frame?
Should be, hopefully, right?
Basic.
Everything's in frame?
Yeah, there we
Cool.
go.
That's the interview. See ya.